Internet family, I'm just about to tend to my roses. Check these out. So pretty, right? So I figured I would get on here and talk to you guys about ecstatic dance last night while I'm doing the rose thing. So I've had these for about a week, I guess. Oh gosh, what day was it? Wait, it was Friday. Oh yeah, so I've had them for about a week. And they're so pretty. When I got them, they were definitely more closed up and buds, and now they're very open and perfect holiday colors, right? Okay, so I have a bowl of water that I'm going to trim the stems in. So you put the stem under the water and then you trim it with the scissors so as little air as possible touches the stem once it's been cut. And then you quickly put it into the next vase, which I'm filling with water right now. So, okay, how are you guys? I hope you're doing well. Things are good here. Yeah, just life's moving and changing, and there's so much happening on so many different levels. So, yeah, I'm sending love to everybody. We all have our parts to play in the stuff that's going down. So, yeah, hoping y'all are doing well. Okay, so I went to Ecstatic Dance in LA last night, and I have had a soul sister, God, I'm gonna see how much I want to cut this. I think just a little bit. A soul sister goddess from Burning Man has been trying to get me to go to Ecstatic Dance for years. And I'm not exaggerating, actually years. So, and I've had reasons that I want to go. You know, I mean, dancing to me is a very sacred thing, and I have to feel a certain way to feel comfortable. So the way that ecstatic dance works is it's a sober environment. It's light. I mean, not always, but usually it's like during the day, so it's bright. So, you know, most of the ways that I would dance would be in a dark place, a festival at night, and that was only more recently, but I grew up dancing in clubs and bars and that kind of thing. So, I don't know, it was just something different, and I felt, of course, I didn't know if I wanted to try it. It took me a while, years, to come around to it. But I was thinking about doing it since I've been back in LA, and they're having it on the beach now because of COVID. And so you have headphones and you're outside on the beach, which I thought was really cool. And then I saw, as I was thinking about getting a ticket for yesterday's event, which was October 21st, I saw that Ruby Chase was performing, and I've only ever been to one other dance event in LA. And this was 2 years ago, and she was performing at that one too. So I thought to myself, that's a funny synchronicity. I'm going to go. I know I like her music. I'm going to go. And so I did. And it was set up on the beach. And it was right on Rose. If you go, funny Rose. If you go to LA and you go to the beach and you go down Rose Avenue until it dead ends into the ocean, that's where they were set up. So I went and got myself a parking spot and all the things. You know? I don't think I'm going to use this vase. Pause. I'm going to get a different one. And, oh, this one's kind of cute. No, too short. I think I'm just going to do an in addition. What do I want to do here? Nope, I'll do two more. Roses everywhere. Okay. So, I bought my ticket before going. So I had my confirmation email, so I went to the booth that I saw, and I checked in, got the headphones, got explained what was going on. There was a little bit of confusion while I was going, which I will come back to in a second. And then I got the headphones, went out, found a spot, sat and watched the water for a while, and there was just kind of calmer, chill music playing in the headphones. And then eventually the facilitator got on and said, okay, come, we're doing an opening circle. There was a sweet circle, a sweet meditation, great intention set, and then everyone kind of spread out, and the headphones had a 300-foot range, so you could go pretty far, and everyone was kind of just ranged out along the ocean. And I had my eyes closed for a really long time. I didn't even realize everyone had moved for a while because I was just connecting and listening within and stretching and connecting with the elements and stuff, because I know some of you guys know about temple dancing and spinning energy with your movements and stuff like that. And yes, you can do it by yourself, and that's one of the most free ways to do it, like, because no one's looking at you literally. But there is something about dancing in a crowd, especially if it's a conscious, prayerful vibe, that's different. And I love ecstatic dance vibes that you aren't supposed to talk to each other, and you're not there to, like, I mean, in clubs and bars, often people are there to kind of pick people up for, you know, dating or hookup or whatever, and it's not like that. And that's one of the things I was mostly worried about, why I didn't want to go, because I was like, yeah, they say they're not like that, but once you get there, and then it could be awkward, is it actually like that? But no, I didn't feel like that. I mean, you know, less than anywhere else I've ever been. I will say a little bit of a snafu was, and the music was great, really beautiful, and they ended with a sound bath, and I ended up leaving as a sound bath was going on, because it was getting dark. I wanted to get home, I was tired, so I was like, okay, I'll go. You just drop your headphones back off in a bin, all of its social distance and stuff, and you leave. Now, when I first got there, there was a little bit of an odd vibe, because I think, since it was my first time, I didn't exactly know where to go, so I think I was standing in the wrong spot, and the guy checking people in, who someone else told me to go over to him, so I'm going over to him, and then there were a couple people there, so one of them started talking to me, I started talking to him, but I guess I was standing in the wrong spot, like I said, which I didn't realize, and so the guy who was checking people in kind of ignored me for a while. I was just standing there, and he, like, let other people go through, and I know he saw me, and I was just being polite to the people who were talking to me, and I think that perhaps the weird vibe there was that maybe because I hadn't been there before, I didn't know I was doing the wrong thing, but maybe they didn't know, or the person who was annoyed didn't know I hadn't been there before and thought I was just being rude. Maybe? I don't know. But it did feel weird. And I did think to myself, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if this is the way I want to feel. But then after that, everything else was completely lovely. And I figured it was a threshold guardian, because interestingly enough, they were literally at the threshold. That's where threshold guardians hang out. So it makes sense that it's a little bit like you can get yourself pushed down energetically, or you're going to let your time be spoiled because somebody was rude to you randomly, you don't know why. I'm sure they have their reasons why. I'm sure it makes perfectly good sense in their mind. Don't let it bug you. Just go do your thing, you know? I mean, we could say that to the world right now, right? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not showing you guys what I'm doing. Okay, last rose. So that's... Oh, well, eventually it was very quick, and people were kind of coming up, and he would see me, and then he would go back to the people. I don't know what was going on. It did feel odd, but whatever. It was a tiny little thing, and like I said, they felt like they were very busy, and probably people had been making mistakes all over the place, and they were stressed, and I just got the little bit of backlash for that. But it was really fun. The music was great. One of the best things was just having permission to dance in the freaking ocean. Like, just being able to stand there in the surf, and there are a lot of other people dancing, and you don't have to communicate with anybody if you don't want to. But the whole thing is that you are prayerfully dancing, because of all the awesome intentions, in nature. And I would love to stand with my feet in the ocean and just jam out for an hour and a half, or however long it was, something like that, regularly, but I would feel too awkward, to be honest. I mean, wouldn't you guys? Like, just go to the beach and put on your headphones. It's all I can do to go through my yoga routine when there are people around, much less jam and dance. And a nice thing also about ecstatic dance is that you're just supposed to do what feels right to you. It doesn't have to look cool. It doesn't have to be interestingly, like, packaged for someone else's consumption. It's just you and what you want to do. And they keep a very pure container with that. I liked it. So yeah, I think the crew is good. I think I will be back. It was nice. Let's see. Oh, and here are the roses. I am complete. And this one, I'm definitely going to put, it's kind of in a shape in one direction. I didn't mean for it to be, but it's fine, because I'll put it somewhere facing that way. Yeah, there they are in their new water. When you have them, make sure the water is always clear, which means you should pour it out and replace it every couple days or so. If it starts to get cloudy, they're not getting the nutrients they need. Right when they start to droop, if you cut an inch or two off and then put them in water again, like I told you guys before, they will perk back up. Yeah, roses, like I said, these are a week old, and I'm sure they're going to last me another week, and then I'll use their petals for magical things. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay. You guys are funny. And twerking is sacred, actually, but no, I'm not a big twerker when I dance, actually. I don't know what kind of dancer I am. Definitely, like, old school from another time. Oh, yay, you're welcome for the tip with the roses. Glad you guys dance in the ocean all the time. Oh, thanks God it's golden light. Well, I want them to last a while. I'm not going to put them in my hair. However, I do have this little, a soul sister of mine got this from me when we visited San Francisco a year ago? I don't know how long it was, but I could put that up there. But I'm not gonna, because right after this I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna eat some chia and chop up some guacamole, and then I'm going to take a nap, and then I'm gonna get up and teach soul retrieval this afternoon. And then I'm gonna sleep, because tomorrow I'm going out in LA and I'm excited. What do you like to do with the roses once they start to wilt? Okay, a few different things. You can hang them upside down and like use the whole rose buds for something. I usually put them in my bath. Once they start to actually start to droop, I will take the whole thing with me and I'll get in the bathtub, and then part of the bath will be that I'm breaking the rose petals off the rose and putting them in the bathtub. And it ends up being very sacred and really like sensual, the way that the petals come off of the rose. It's this amazing experience, because it's only the one time that this rose is ever going to experience this, and each one is a little different and they're really beautiful. And so I kind of bathe in rose tea from that, and then after I drain the tub, actually right before I drain the tub, I scoop them out, put them on towels outside of the tub, and then let them dry there like overnight and sometimes for the next day too. And then I'll use the petals, either put them in little bowls or seashells around, or I will put them in the ocean with intention. I'll put them in the combo seat with intention, but they have a lot of energy. You can use them for sachets, little packets of herbs that are sacred to you. I've made some of those with friends before they traveled to protect them, and they said it worked. I don't add sugar to the water daily tarot. I've heard that works, but I don't usually do it. Usually I'll add a little packet of what they give you. In fact, I might have some of that around here somewhere. I'll put some in. I've heard that adding sugar works, but I think I tried it once and it didn't work for me, so I didn't try it again. Also, I don't know, just having things of sugar water sitting around, I think might attract gnats, might attract ants, and I don't want to deal with it. So, yeah. No videos of the ocean dance? No, you're not supposed to take video. That's one of the things. You agree not to take video, so that everybody can be anonymous and free and not needing to worry about what someone else thinks of them. Dancing the ocean now to embarrass your kids. Good job. Fully encourage. Okay. You never thought of letting them dry out after the bath? Yeah, I do. And it's kind of nice too, because every time you come into the bathroom for the next day or however long, the whole floor is strewn with rose petals, but I do put them on towels so there are like paths in between them where you won't step on it, because that gets annoying when there are rose petals stuck to your feet. Yeah, so let's see what to update you guys on. Closing this out. In the end, I liked Ecstatic Dance. I will probably be back. Humans are humans, and so sometimes stuff is weird, but generally the vibe was very good. If you're wondering about going to Ecstatic Dance, I would definitely recommend trying it out, with the intention to keep your space sacred and be free and be co-creating an environment where everyone feels that way. Oh, Daily Tarot, okay. Wells, I don't know what kind of roses these are. I got them from Trader Joe's. They smell amazing. They're kind of orangey and yellowy, and they fade into a deep red, which I think is gorgeous. Daily Tarot had a very weird convo with some Christians who said I'm going to hell for doing yoga. I didn't know how to respond without being rude. How do you respond? If someone told me that straight up, I would be like, well, that is your opinion. Because actually, I mean, yeah, sometimes people want to declare war on other ways of thinking. And in any tradition, people have done crazy stuff. Like look at the Christian tradition, all they've done, all the people they've killed, all the children's stuff, all the slavery, which they said was part of them, like bringing Christianity around. Like it's awful, all the Catholic stuff with the kids, But Christians don't think about that when they're wondering if it's right to be Christian, because they know that that's the human, that's not the faith. And it's the same with any faith. All faiths will eventually get you there, because that's what they're for, if you do them right and in integrity. So if someone said that to me, I would just say, that's your opinion. And I would stop talking to them immediately. I would end the conversation right fucking there. That's what I would do, unapologetically, just peace, bye. But honestly, and that's a big thing, because there's a difference between loving Christ and thinking Christ is great and identifying as Christian. Like, I love Christ. I check in with him often. Like, he's a wonderful guide of mine. I definitely don't treat him like somebody who's going to save me. I'm going to save me. I have saved me. I'm here, right? But he's absolutely a trusted advisor for me in the spirit realm. And when I totally respect everything that he did, and when I'm scared, like when shit's going down and there's some dark stuff and I need to check myself and be like, am I okay? What direction do I go in when I'm feeling sketchy, which does not happen very often because of all my training. But I mean, of course, for everyone it does every now and then. I will call on Christ. And he's one that I always can trust. And he's way less climactic to me than you would think. Like, he always feels like a bro when I call on him. Okay. Will I do new moon, full moon lives again? I don't know. I'm doing a moon journey class thing next year for 3 moons, which is going to be a whole thing. So that's going to be in the early spring. But yeah, I don't know. I'll see how I feel. You know, a lot of times the energies with me, I kind of want to be alone when I'm doing my actual thing. And when I'm sharing with you guys, that's another arm of the thing. So I need to make sure that it feels right. But probably, I mean, before it's all done, yes. I'm a Christian, but yoga is hell to me, not you're going to hell. Well, yeah, don't practice it then, if that's how you feel. But you can always get flexible. Hey, Jamar, nice to see you. Happy birthday. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. Yes, that was the story of Ecstatic Dance and the Roses. Oh, and by the way, like I said, the artist who was there, I'm blanking on her name now. Ruby, I think. Yeah. Anyway, she was great. I would recommend her. Look her up. And yeah, Ecstatic Dance was good. Check it out if you're curious. It felt good. Last thing though, and this is kind of another vibe, I didn't clear myself after, because in order to get there, you got to go through Venice by the boardwalk where there's all kinds of energy. And I was just living my life after and didn't think to do a clear. And I woke up this morning and was like, oh, what is on me? There's something on me. There's just dusty energy on me. And I thought to myself, gosh, I didn't clear. Not from the Ecstatic Dance, but from the neighborhood that it's in. There's lots of interesting, shadowy energy around there. So, be aware. Clear thyself. The veils are thin. So learn from my forgetfulness and then weird-ass dreams and waking up feeling off, and a house of people feeling off, thinking, I gotta remember to clear. I can't believe I forgot. Such an elementary thing that sometimes you just forget. Okay, love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.